Fixing up this old house to fixing up this old mortgage. Kurtis and Cindy Squyres have flipped more than 280 houses in California, but since the real estate market crashed, they've changed their strategy now. They find foreclosed properties that need to be fixed up and try to quickly flip them to investors who will do the work. They call themselves foreclosure wholesalers, and they join us now from one of the properties they've just flipped. Welcome Kurtis and Cindy Squyres from Cathedral City, California.
Hi, Charles. How you doing?
Hi, guys. Okay, so you're outside of one of the homes. Just to start with, since you're outside and you're going to be walking in, tell us, is there anything special about the outside? Does it matter, the appearance?
Well, probably the most special thing about this house is the no trespassing sign on the front window. And what used to be where the window once was, there was an abatement sign, a big red tag.
California just passed some legislation that they can fine banks $1,000 per day if they don't clean up their act, which is just huge because they have hundreds and hundreds of properties.
So that makes them more motivated and makes us more likely to get a great deal on a property.
And that's how we got this deal.
Well, you know, it's interesting, guys, because you know, there's so many foreclosures, and I know folks watching this are so intrigued. What element of a home, a foreclosed home, just turns your eyeballs into dollar signs?
Oh, when you see this house, you'll know. They're torn up, they're dirty, they're stinky. They need repair. These are homes that regular families cannot buy because the lenders will not make a loan on them. So they're sitting here, they're just rotting up the neighborhoods, and they're waiting for investors like us to scoop them up and fix them.
That's right.
So you're saying regular folks can't buy them now. Who else would be qualified to buy them?
Well, pretty much you need to either have cash or private funding. Private funding is specifically designed for properties that are like this. You know, it's basically what you have is investors that are making very high interest loans, but they don't care what the condition of the property is, because they base their loan on the fixed up value of the house. So pretty much you need cash or private money. A conventional loan is not going to cut it for a property like this.
Yeah, the banks have tightened up their guidelines so much, and they're just so conservative when it comes to lending money on properties anymore. And can you blame them?
So Cindy, does that mean that you have a certain threshold or limit as to how much money you'll spend on one of these homes?
Well, it depends on the numbers on the home. Like this one, we got it for $180, and it's worth fixed up $300.
Right.
So that makes sense.
Now, on a price point, we have to keep in mind who our customers are, which are other investors. Now, as you mentioned, we've fixed and flipped entire projects for the past 10 years. And because of the slowdown, we've changed our business model. And now our customer, instead of the final product to families, it's now other investors who do what we once did. So to keep the price point where most investors can actually buy them, we try to keep it under $350 or so. We find the best market for that price point.
You know, guys, home sales have slowed dramatically. How long does it take you to find a home like this and successfully flip it?
I would say the way the banks are in trouble right now, Cindy can sit down. If she's focused, she can get a deal like this in about 2 days.
Well, you can find it in about 2 days, but how long does it take you to unload it?
At least 5 hours now.
We've come a long way since when we first started.
We started doing this a year ago, and I would have to sit and call each investor one by one. You know, we had about 20 investor buyers on our list. Now, keep in mind, we only get deals that are 65% of market value or less. So we call them no calculator deals. I mean, you'd be crazy to pass this up. This, for example, will cash flow like crazy. Now, we've been doing this for a year, and each time we get a deal, we put it all over the internet, and our buyer list grows. So the momentum has gotten to where word of mouth, people know about our deals.
Yeah, and you know what, Charles, they actually fight over our deals now. It's funny. I mean, we have to keep promising the next person the next deal. Yeah,
so what we'll do, we'll make an offer on something like this. The bank will accept the offer. Once we have it under contract, we have an interest in that property, and that interest has value.
Okay, now,
so we'll come out.
There it is on the screen. We just put up a before and after of one of your recent projects. Just walk the audience through the exact procedure. Okay, you find them, you buy it, you flip it, then the next investor comes in. Are they the ones that actually do the fixing up of the homes?
Exactly.
Well, take a step back. You said you buy it and then you flip it. But no, what we do is we get it under contract, and then we flip the contract to the next investor who closes the deal with their money, pays us an assignment fee on the side, and then does the rehab and then keep it or flip it themselves, whatever they will.
And this new business model really saved our financial lives, because when the California market stopped, it didn't slow down. It's like it just stopped. We had 9 projects just like this one in various stages of repair, and we're making 9 mortgage payments, and you're watching. You can't sell them retail. It's taking a really long time to sell them. So by what we do now, it takes no cash flow out of pocket. So we'll find these deals, make an offer. Once that offer is accepted, we get to work, we film it, and we start marketing the property. So it's actually in escrow, not closed yet.
Right, so we are not using our own money.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Okay, Kurtis, what kind of fees do you guys charge for these deals?
It depends on the deal. Like we said, we could make more than we do. We could actually bid these buyers against each other.
But we don't.
But we don't. We want to keep the frenzy up. So a typical markup could be anywhere from 5. Now, a couple deals that we had just in the past month were, just ridiculously low, under 50 cents on the dollar.
So to answer your question, Charles, about 10 grand.
That's about average, yeah. It can go up to 30 if it's a ridiculously good deal, but average is about 10.
Yeah,
right?
we let the investor make most of the profit.
Okay, so let's go through the ones that we have so we can take a look at what you're doing here.
Okay.
We have one on the screen before $198,000 and after $225,000. So one of your investors was able to make that difference.
Okay, so the purchase price would be $198. Does it have an address name on that?
No, it doesn't.
I think that might have been
It has a
Helen.
picture of a cute couple,
together,
though.
don't they?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay, that's
Thanks.
Helen.
So,
Francis.
just to give you an idea, let's say the property's worth $250. We're not even going to touch it unless we can't get it, around what, $170?
Right, yeah.
And then, we'll add close to 10 on that and pass it on to the investor.
Well, congratulations, guys. This sounds like a fantastic model. I guarantee you're going to have a lot of competition. By the way, what is your website?
Farbelowmarket.com.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. On deck.
Thanks.